What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Well, Bitcoin has officially set a new all-time high, and that has signaled a big move for a lot of our altcoins, including ADA Cardano, which is making a power move back into the symmetrical triangle in which we have been tracking for the last month. So what we saw happen, of course, is that yesterday we actually saw the breakdown in price, in which we saw the price of ADA coming down and losing our key support level, which was going to be this line here. Well, what we can see, and in yesterday's video, I said the one thing that can save us if we lose that line is that we may bounce down to the 100 EMA, as we've been touching it a lot recently. And if we can find some support within that area, look for the bounce back into our key symmetrical triangle, and that is exactly how this thing is playing out. Now, one thing we can also see in terms of, what all is going on is the fact that we have picked up volume. And this is the absolute most important aspect of this entire move. What we can see is that at the moment, we are almost at the same amount of volume as we saw back here on the very, this very large move back in October. Not only that, though, especially if you think back to October 1st, for example, and how green of a day that was and this big green candle we saw, we're actually seeing more volume today than we saw back on that day. Okay, what that tells me is that all of these people who are just constantly saying that ADA's dead and no one's buying it, no one's excited, they're wrong. Whenever cryptos start going, when Bitcoin starts flying, when altcoin season begins again, the volume is going to flow into ADA just as it did in the past. If we look at the 4-hour charts, ADA is still climbing in volume. We have 2 hours left before we finish off this green candle, and we can see that volume is increasing. And that tells me that when people are confident in the overall market and they start seeing everything else move, that ADA is moving with it. And this is the most bullish thing that we could have seen happen, even if hypothetically, say everything in the market starts to crash because Bitcoin starts to correct and we start to see ADA's price start to roll back over. What this tells me is that the confidence is still there in ADA. People still have faith in it. They still think that it has the potential to work its way back up to some of those highs, and this proves a lot of those naysayers wrong. Now, listen, we have a lot of room to work. A lot of things to do. Okay, we have a lot of space to clear. We have a lot of growth to do. Okay, but the progress that has been made is absolutely phenomenal, and this big influx of volume in comparison to what we have been seeing over the last few weeks is absolutely crucial for ADA to be able to continue going. Now, I actually did share a post recently made talking about the fact that ADA has been seeing the majority of the inflow of money being from big institutional investors and the majority of the money outflowing from retail investors, meaning that more institutional investors have been accumulating while retail investors have been getting bored. And what that tells me is that the moment some FOMO kicks in, there is the backing for the retail investors to flow back into this thing, which can cause the price to see some absolutely massive growth. So right now it is making a power move to try to get back into this symmetrical triangle. And if we can get 2 4-hour closes within this triangle, that will be the absolute first sign that we are looking at some type of move to the upside. What I want to see from this point forward, though, is that on the daily charts, we are able to work our way back above our 20 and our 50 EMAs. Those are going to be absolutely crucial, that if we work our way back above them and hold support, there's a very strong likelihood that we're breaking out to the top to go back up to retest $2.43. Our current goal right now, let's get those 2 4-hour closes here. Let's get in here and let's get this close and maybe one more close within this level to confirm that we have re-entered back into our symmetrical triangle. Again, from there, we want to see those 2 surpassings of the EMAs, the 20 and the 50. Now, one thing we can also see happening is this beautiful blue and orange cross on the daily ADA charts. Now, when this happens, that is a sign that we are likely going to see some type of upward move. Okay, every time in the past that we have seen these big blue orange crosses, we've seen these moves to the upside. Okay, and one more move from the upside right now for us could very well put us into the territory we need to be to see the breakout to the upside. So right now things are looking absolutely phenomenal for ADA. I am so excited to see it, but the biggest thing to me right now is this volume. The fact that our day is still so fresh and we have this much volume already speaks loads to me, and if the momentum can continue, I genuinely think ADA is getting primed and ready like we've been saying, to see an absolutely massive move. So of course I will update you all if we are able to get these closes. If we're able to get some breakouts, you'll be the first one to know, and all you have to do to be the first one to know is subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. If you do want to get in on all of the trading that I'm going to be doing if this altcoin season does continue, go down to the link in the description, go to the Patreon, as that is where I provide all of that information. And with that being said, I will see you all very soon in the next video. Peace.